Turn your mic up just a little bit.
I'm not saying anything important. Who cares?
Welcome to another episode of This is Unusable. I'm Ben Steinberg.
Hi, Tyler Martin.
I have two things I want to talk about, and then we can open the floor to any questions anybody else has.
Yeah, call in. Call in with your questions.
We'd love to take them. We have no advice whatsoever. I certainly have no life experience to go on for anything. I think you have more experience in life than I do at this point.
I've killed a man.
Oh, really? What? How? Why?
Beans.
He took your beans, or you didn't like his beans, or?
Killed him with beans, took his beans.
That's the strangest game of Clue ever. You killed him with beans to take his beans.
Gotta have those beans, Ben. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So, first thing is an update on my piss, let's say, adventure. Adventures in piss.
Let's say that.
Yeah,
Let's not
adventures,
mean it.
adventures in micturation, in urination by Ben Steinberg.
Micturation, that's a new word for me.
It's urinating, basically. This is a good update. So I've been having problems with my pee. It's been foamy. There's like little things in it. So I went to take a test, do some tests at a lab. They said, you have a 24-hour test that you can do. I'm like, who ordered that? They're like, we don't know. I was like, all right, well, I'll just do it. I thought it was my nephrologist who ordered it. I don't want to retread this, but it's basically, yeah. I saw my nephrologist. She said, I didn't order that, but here's a new test for you to take that you can do for 24 hours. Okay, fine. Another 24-hour test. I turn the test in. I message them a week later saying, so what are the results of my test? And they say, here's the results. I'm like, this is the first test. This is not the newest test. They take about a day. They get back to me. They say, yeah, so you're going to have to retake the 24-hour urine test. I'm like, why is that? They said lab error. It just says lab error. I'm like, well, okay, so the first test, I don't know who gave it to me. And the second test, what, did they spill my piss all over the place or something? Did someone mistake it for a drink or something like that? I'm getting so pissed off, pun intended, because I have to do all these 24-hour urine. I'm going to have to piss into another stupid jug.
What is a toilet but a stupid jug, though?
That's a good point.
And you're wasting less water. So really, it's the most economical way to do this. Everyone should just be pissing jugs. Throw it in the street. Let's bring back the French.
Why? Because they pee in the streets? They smell? What?
Yeah. Remember they used to just throw all their piss and shit out the buckets onto the street?
That was like all of Europe, though.
I'm pretty sure it was specifically the French.
Yeah, you think the English were a little more enlightened when it comes to hygiene and things like that? It's only the French?
Well, they used top hats, not buckets.
That's what those top hats were for. They were for pissing into.
I've got to go, Jeeves. Here's your hat with my British accent.
Your attempt at a British accent turned into like a weird Australian or sort of Kiwi New Zealand accent. British accent. Almost like South African. British accent. This is my British accent.
I guess, yeah, most South Africans were Dutch, right?
Afrikaans.
District 8.
District 8.
District 7, 8, 9. That's why 6 is afraid of 7.
Because 42069.
Because of shrimp people, dude.
Right, they were called the prawns in District 9. So that was the update, basically, with my urine. I'm so angry. The first one, we still don't know who ordered it. My doctor insists it wasn't her. So I just peed into this thing for no reason. At least I got the results back on that.
What were the results of that one?
There was a little bit of extra creatinine in my urine than what's normal, but nothing crazy otherwise.
Damn, good pumping iron.
That's creatine.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said creatinine, and then there's creatine. Now, creatinine is something that like breaks down from creatine. So if you are working out heavily, you will sometimes get more creatinine in you.
So you are working out, breaking out.
I just want to do these urine tests for the rest of my life is what I'm saying.
I pray you do. Thoughts and prayers unto your pissing.
And then I refrigerate the container, right? I refrigerate it every time I use it, and then I put it back in the refrigerator.
Do you have to?
I'm not sure if I have to.
I don't think you should. I think you should room temp it.
Why room temp it?
Because maybe you're like you're killing off some vital bacteria that they need to know about. Well, here, why don't you just do 2 more? Do a fridge one and a room temp one and see what the results are.
Right. We have to run a controlled experiment. One is room temperature, that's a controlled, and then refrigerated, and see which one tastes better or is mistaken for beer or champagne or something like that. Anyway, it's all part of this ongoing health mystery I have that I don't know what my problem is.
We know what your problem is, Ben.
What is my problem? What's my problem?
Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell you. You got to pay for it. My appointments open up in 3 months, and I have one available, and it's at 4 p.m., and it's on the other side of town from wherever you are. So good luck.
That's a doctor who really does not want to see this patient. Where are you located? Oh, yeah, I'm located wherever that is not. So unfortunately, this isn't going to work out.
Ooh,
And I hate
yeah, that's my one day that I'm actually in Cerritos
Cerritos Auto Square.
doing piss tests in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah, actually, that is the one day that I do volunteer car salesman work, is that day. Wait, which day was it that you said? Oh, sorry, that was a Friday. Friday's the one day that I do volunteer car sales work at Cerritos Auto Square. It's just whatever day you're available, I'm not available because I don't want to talk about your piss anymore. Okay, so I'm having insomnia.
The cookies, not the sleep disorder.
Is there a cookie called insomnia cookies?
They're open late. They deliver. When you've weeded too hard and it's now 2:30 a.m., you're like, you know what? Instead of going to sleep or drinking water, I'm gonna eat cookies.
Cookies sound nice. Oh, God. I've been eating so healthy. So that whenever somebody even says something like remotely junky sounding like pizza, I'm just like, I'm thinking about pizza for the next hour.
Coca-Cola Oreos. Would you?
No, that's a bridge too far. I mean, I did. I ate the whole thing, remember. This was back when I was not eating well. I did eat the entire package of Coca-Cola Oreos.
More sleeves than a t-shirt.
There were 3 sleeves. I ate 3 of them. Ugh. So, here's something amazing I read. I'm reading a book about insomnia. It's called Quiet Your Mind and Get to Sleep, Solutions to Insomnia for Those with Depression, Anxiety, or Chronic Pain. Thank God I don't have chronic pain. I've got the anxiety, I think. I don't know.
You got chronic Ben.
Got chronic Ben disease, chronic Ben face, where I just look tired all the time now.
That's just the impression Ben that I get.
That's the impression that I get. That's a Mighty Mighty Boss Tone song. That's good. That's a good pun. That's the impression that I get. And you also call me Frankenstein. I used to not understand that forever. I'm like, what's the Frank coming from? But Frankenstein, obviously. It took me so long to realize that. Frankenstein. Okay, so this stupid book. Thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. How changes in one area affect others. This is one of the most ridiculous examples of like how your perspective can change on something. It may seem strange at first to consider that what you do, how you feel, and what you think have such a large impact on how you sleep, but it's true. Imagine that you've inadvertently hit your thumb very hard with a hammer. The pain is so intense that all your attention becomes focused on it. Besides pain, you also experience frustration and anger. You're completely consumed with the thought, please stop hurting. Nothing else can hold your attention. Here's where it gets ridiculous. But then you notice that the person next to you is holding a giant check and telling you that because you were the millionth customer in the hardware store, you've just won $1 million. What kind of an example is that for insomnia?
So you're saying you haven't bought the hammer yet? You're just hammering your thumb
Well,
in the
that
hardware
too.
store?
It's like, why are you hammering in a hardware store? Are you testing out? But then, oh my God, someone just announced I won $1 million.
Now I can't sleep because I'm so excited.
A smile emerges on your face and your attention turns toward this enormous check. How does your thumb feel now? Your thumb still hurts, but it's now a dull throb in the background. Your attention is occupied for the moment by this exciting turn of events. The fact is that what you think, where your attention is, and what you do greatly influence how you feel. Do you see what happens, Tyler, when you win $1 million?
You get taxed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's physically taxing.
And then you will get taxed too. You will physically get taxed $300,000.
Unless you hit him with a hammer. Maxwell didn't end up going to jail because he destroyed that judge with his silver hammer.
Is there a judge in that song?
Yeah, he goes to court.
Oh,
they're
gotcha.
like, they're like, free him. He didn't do anything. And then he's like, yoink. And then
But anyway, yeah. So what's the moral of the story? If something's bothering you, but then you get shot in the head, getting shot in the head is now the bigger deal. And the thing that was bothering you is no longer bothering you anymore. Like, what a dumb example that is. Like, I was trying to go to sleep, but then I read that and started laughing so hard that I then couldn't fall asleep. $1 million. Jesus. If you win $1 million, your life will change and things won't bother you anymore.
that was an example of how a different scenario can impact your perception of your previous scenario. So what was it implying, that the $1 million is your diversion from sleep, or that the thumb was you're not sleeping and then you, I don't know, drinking tequila?
The message is trying to say is that if you focus on something else, the previous thing won't seem like a big deal. But this is just the most ridiculous way you can give an example of that.
You still should get it probably checked out, or at least on ice.
Exactly. Your thumb's going to turn black and blue. But, I guess now you can afford healthcare for your thumb. I guess that's what the message is. It's so dumb. Anyway, it sounded like you were having an interesting weekend that I took you away from. What have you been up to this weekend? Like, what'd you just come from?
Where did I come from? Work. What did I do? I went to a comedy show. I was hungover. Drank a lot.
You're certainly wearing the right visor for that.
Bud Light, baby.
I don't mean to be mean, but like if I had a visor like that, I would question all the choices I've made in my life that led me to owning a Miller Lite visor. Hey, it's more interesting than anything I wear, to be fair.
Oh, I mean, you just like acquire a thing. I think someone left it at a party, and I'm like, yeah, all right. Put it in my sack. Now I have a visor just in case I need to go on a podcast.
That's how I acquired an Xbox 360 when I was graduating from college. Someone took some liquor out of someone's cabinet and replaced it with what I think was a stolen Xbox 360. So then I acquired that Xbox 360.
Can you imagine them trying to make a drink with that?
Look, Xbox 360 does sound like a cocktail name. Yeah, I'll have one Xbox 360, please. Basically take one CD and you just smash it up and you mix that into, I don't know, a non-alcoholic drink of some kind. Oh God, and now your hair is sticking up too because of the visor. You just got to get frosted tips now and you got the Guy Fieri thing going on.
At a certain point in our lives, we all enter a Guy Fieri stage.
It's a bit late for me, I think, at least in terms of hair and visors.
You could be like Fieri.
Fieri, is he the opposite of Guy Fieri? Have you noticed how Guy Fieri looks like Colin? Guy Fieri just looks like a fat Colin Farrell. Have you noticed that?
Can't say I have.
It's the eyebrows. He got these sort of perfect line-going eyebrows. There's no it's like this and like that.
You know, has really good eyebrows. Sasha Grey,
the actress.
Yes. From Entourage, of course.
They go like bam and bam, like bam, bam. Known from her many acting roles as an actress in her acting. She did become a legit actress, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, she was in Entourage. Where else do you know her from?
I don't know. I can't think of anything that I know her from. And Sasha Grey certainly doesn't sound like a sort of pornographic pseudonym, even though that is exactly what that is.
Sound Russian.
Sasha Grey.
Sasha Gravenich.
I think Sasha in Russian is a male name.
Not the way I do it.
No, we're still at war with Iran.
Yeah, they're like, hey, are you worried about retaliation attacks? And he's like, some people gonna die. Damn, dude, I don't get how people can give him a pass. He clearly doesn't care about humanity.
Yeah, that's how he got so far. That's how he got to become president. CEOs, people in high positions of power, they have to be willing to just throw anybody under the bus, trample anybody who gets in the way, say horrible shit about anybody, treat anybody like crap. Just be willing to be a horrible human being in order to get what you want. That is the message we are increasingly being taught. So it's no surprise to me that he's like, yeah, sacrifices will be made, but this is what I want to do. So service members are going to die. I'm not surprised at all.
Some days I just want to be surprised. Be like, oh, what? Every pet gets to have a vet visit in the month of April? That'd be nice. Look, if I have ever one reason to say thank you to him and something we get one thing nice in 4 years, in 8 years, I'm in. I'll take one fucking thing. It won't absolve him, but I would love to have just a spot of goodness in the American zeitgeist.
The dude's a lizard. It ain't gonna happen. He did say he's going to hell. He's like, I'm probably not going to heaven. No, did you adjust your glasses? Like, you look like a completely different person just from having adjusted your glasses and your visor. And I think it's pressing in on your nose a little bit, so you sounded totally different too.
Yeah. Look, you gotta adapt. You gotta change who you are sometimes, Ben, so you can really get your point across, you know?
You don't look like Tyler Martin anymore. You really don't. You look like an old lesbian.
Look, I drive a Subaru and I wear Keens and
Keens?
That's what I'm here.
What are Keens?
Shoe brand, like Doc Martin.
Well, when I was in Portland with you, I remember I saw so many Subarus that I started counting them out loud, and you got very mad at me for doing that. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Now you look like. What are you doing? That's funnier than just changing your face. That's funnier than anything I've said in the last 27 minutes. Trying to be funny. Here's a pee story. Oh, not funny. Here's a sleep story. Oh, not funny. Tyler putting his glasses further down on his nose. Funnier than anything I could have come up with.
I'm Pickle Rick. What can I say?
You do sound a little bit like Pickle Rick.
Should I have a seed?
What are you doing? No, it's content. It's good. But you look so stupid. You look... I wouldn't believe that glasses alone would do something like that. And why did you do that? Like... No, you know what? You saw where this podcast was going. You're like, I got to do something about this. Is boring as hell. Let's just make my face look weird for the sake of content.
Yeah, of course, dude. That's how it works, you know?
Oh my God. Now it's pushing up against your lower eyelids. What is going on? And then you're wearing a weird sweater that says, you may ask yourself.
You may ask yourself, is this the end of the podcast? I think it might be.
I think fixing your glasses or putting them down your nose might have been the best part of this episode, so thank you for that.
You're welcome. Release the Kraken files.
Release more of the Epstein files, please.
I love how they're doing the opposite. Everybody loves that.
What's the opposite? What do you mean?
Deleting them.
I mean, look, it doesn't benefit Trump to actually release this stuff, so they're not going to do it. That's just how it works. They're just going to be like, Trump is going to outlive all of these, he's going to die before all the allegations.
He's going to outlive America.
At this point, it feels like it. That was another episode of This Is Unusable. That was Unusable. I'm Ben Steinberg.
I think, therefore I was McCuck the Fuck Duck. Addicted to quack.